We welcome you inside the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility here in Charleston, the state capital city of West Virginia, as Video Productions proudly presents West Virginia High School girls basketball action featuring the visiting Lady Black Eagles of South Charleston against the Lady Irish of Charleston Catholic. South Charleston entering at 6-5, while Catholic comes in with a record of 6-4. Greetings from Charleston, along with our great Video Productions crew. I'm Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us for this Saturday matinee of girls basketball. South Charleston getting set to play the first of back-to-back non-conference games before finishing out the season in the Mountain State Athletic Conference, which of course will lead into sectional tournament play. Catholic is getting set to play for the first time this week. They last played on Saturday against Parkersburg Catholic, a very good Parkersburg Catholic team that's undefeated and number one in Class AA. They were set to play Clay County on Tuesday night. That game got scratched. In fact, this game here today was set for last night, but it was postponed until today. Catholic was scheduled to play Notre Dame today. Obviously, that's not happening, so they move it around a bit, and we are delighted to be bringing you coverage of this one here today. First time these teams got together, it was back in December 17th, and it was a victory by South Charleston. That game was played at West Virginia State, part of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes event, and South Charleston pulled out a 31-28 victory. So we hope for the same type of game here today, nice and tight throughout. Charleston Catholic coming in hoping to end a two-game losing streak. They had won 4 in a row before falling to Wheeling Central last Friday night, 46-42, and then had that rough outing last Saturday against Parkersburg Catholic, in which the lady from Parkersburg Catholic rolled up 71 points. The Crusaderettes, again, very good team that Marty Vierheller has, and we'll see how Wes Hebner's team responds here this afternoon. Players to watch in this one, several outstanding ones. And for Charleston Catholic, Annie Semino is averaging 11.1 a game. Chloe Clark averages 9.8, and Claire Mullen averages 9.6. And for South Charleston, Natalie Smith, the 5'10 freshman, leading scorer, averaging a double-double, 10 points, 14 rebounds. Very good player. And she will try to lead the way here today for first-year head coach Carly Walker. And Coach Walker's team again in with a record of 6-5. And Charleston Catholic coming in with a report card of 6-4 on the season. Both teams back out on the floor, getting set for this one here today. Just about set to wrap up the warm-ups as we look at the seasons to date for these teams. For Charleston Catholic, they opened with back-to-back wins over Scott and Sissonville, then lost to Winfield and South Charleston, bounced back and won 4 in a row over Clay County, Buffalo, Riverside, and Mingo Central before dropping those games to Wheeling Central and Parkersburg Catholic. South Charleston opened with a couple of wins over Hurricane and Chapmanville before falling in back-to-back games against Oak Hill and Spring Valley. And then it was the win over Charleston Catholic, followed by a victory against Sissonville. They then fell to Heath High School in Ohio, down Scott 59-53, lost to Hurricane 53-22 after winning over Hurricane in that season opener. And they came back, defeated Oak Hill 32-30, and then lost to a good Capital team earlier this week by a final of 49-23. So that's where the teams are at this point in the season. Charleston Catholic continues to be among the top 10 teams in Class AA in the Associated Press rankings. Catholic is in at number 7 this week. Wes Hebner is the head coach of Charleston Catholic in his 5th season, graduate of Franklin High School and WVU. His assistants, Kenny Butler and Catherine Bandak. Meanwhile, South Charleston got by Carly Walker, a 2010 graduate of South Charleston High School, and her assistants are Gerald Berge, Tori Charlie, and Taylor Ewell. And Coach Walker very excited to be coaching her alma mater, where she was a standout player. All right, just about set for this one. Teams will be introduced in a moment. We will break away. When we return, we bring you South Charleston and Charleston Catholic. West Virginia High School girls basketball featuring the Lady Irish of Charleston Catholic comes your way next here on Video Productions. Ready to go with basketball action here inside the beautiful Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. Tank Scarborough, Bob Wyford, and John Brady are the officials for today's game. Three dandies. In Wes Hebner, fifth season at the helm. Graduate of Franklin High School, now part of Pendleton County High School. Merged with Circleville several years ago. He's a WVU grad. State tournament experience as a head coach. Carly Walker, 2010 grad of South Charleston, coaching her alma mater. She was a standout basketball and soccer player at SC, and then went to the College of Wooster and played 4 years of college basketball. Been a part of the middle school program at South Charleston, and she takes over for the great Gary Green, who had so many outstanding teams at South Charleston. And SC on the offensive end first here, and they come up empty. So now Charleston Catholic, for the first time today, goes to work offensively. Joe Mounts, Butch Mounts at the controls today here on Video Productions. And we are delighted to have all of you joining us here for coverage of great West Virginia girls high school basketball. Two teams coming off losses and looking to get back on the winning side of things. Each team with 6 victories on the campaign. Annie Semino, the junior, out front with it. Semino averages 11 a game for the green and white clad Lady Irish of Charleston Catholic. So get it into Catherine Skinner, and she will be fouled by Natalie Smith. And that will be team foul number 1 on Smith, and that's team foul number 1 on South Charleston. Semino into Clark, out to Mullen, and now Mullen over to Aurelia Kirby. Down low, and the pass picked off there by South Charleston. Leggett with the pick there for South Charleston. Now down low, get it into the hands of Natalie Smith, and Smith will be fouled. So Skinner commits the foul, her first, team foul number 1. So she was fouled by Smith, and now Smith fouled by Skinner, and Smith has the first point of the basketball game as she hits the free throw. And she will hit both free throws. Make it a 2-0 SC lead here. Claire Mullen to Annie Semino. Semino picked up there by Desire Thomas. Skinner to Mullen, back to Skinner, and the shot wouldn't drop for Charleston Catholic. And one thing, both coaches wanting to see their teams get off to good starts. That was sort of, or one of the problems for Charleston Catholic last Saturday against Parkersburg Catholic. There's Parkersburg Catholic, very strong, driving and missing. The shot there is Michaela Saunders. They got another opportunity and still come up empty, so here come the Irish. Here is Kirby, good three-point shooter, and she buries it. Kirby with her 5th 3 of the season, and it is Charleston Catholic with its first lead of the game. Jayla Mosley, freshman, starting point guard. They lost Sydney Harris, who was outstanding at the point, so Mosley's had to take over for her. Here is Smith with a three-pointer. Wouldn't go, and running down the rebound, nice job there, is Thomas. Thomas looking for help, and ball loose. Mullen threw it behind her back and gets it to Semino. Semino to Skinner. Skinner in the lane and drops it in. Skinner coming in, averaging 5 a game, and it's a 5-2 Catholic lead. Leggett got it down to Saunders and taken away by Catholic. Annie Semino from the left-hand side of the free throw line. Couldn't get it to drop. Leggett weaving through traffic, a little too strong. Kirby runs it down for Catholic. Get it ahead to Mullen, and Smith just stepped right in front of Mullen. Guess you could call that a block, and now the ball is loose, and Smith trying to save it, goes right to Semino. Semino dishes to Mullen. She sets and can't get it to drop. Clark with the rebound and draws the foul. That will put Chloe Clark at the line. It's the first free throw. Clark now 5 of 9 on the season at the free throw line. And she knocks in both free throws. That makes it a 7-2 game, and we have a break here in the action. It is 7-2 in favor of Charleston Catholic over South Charleston. We return in a moment here on Video Productions. Back here at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. Timeout has concluded. South Charleston needing to talk things over as they trail here 7-2. South Charleston looking for its second win of the season over Charleston Catholic. Driving and getting fouled is Thomas. So Thomas heads to the free throw line. Foul was on Claire Mullen, her first, team foul number 2. And Thomas can't get it to fall through. Thomas, the defensive stopper for this South Charleston team, according to head coach Carly Walker. Good rebounder, just hustles nonstop. And this one banks into the basket. Our good buddy Bob Boland would say the bank is open here on a Saturday afternoon at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. Makes it a 7-3 game. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay with Charleston Catholic. And Butch Mounts, Joe Mounts, and Connor Mayhorn, that's our crew here today as we bring you Saturday afternoon girls high school basketball action. Ball out of bounds, and that went off of Kirby, who has that big three-pointer here for Charleston Catholic. Kirby with a 3, Skinner with a field goal, and Chloe Clark with 2 free throws. And all the scoring for South Charleston so far from the stripe. Lady Black Eagles on the offensive attack, and that's going to be a travel on South Charleston's Jatea Davis. Where's number 20? In there with Leggett, Mosley, Smith. We'll check that. Smith has now checked out of the game. So Smith checked out during the timeout. So South Charleston goes with Thomas, who wears number 10, Mosley, who wears 15, Leggett, who wears 32, Jatea Davis, who wears 20, and also in there is Micaiah Jarrett, number 13. South Charleston going to get the basketball here as Charleston Catholic comes up empty. Catholic showing some pressure. Chloe Clark, Annie Semino, Claire Mullen, Aurelia Kirby, and Catherine Skinner. They are the 5 on the floor at the moment for Charleston Catholic. And we get the foul call here. It's going to go on Semino, her first. That will be team foul number 3. Mullen's going to check out. And heading in will be Kayla Lucas, 5'6" senior, averages 2.5 a game. SC looking for a bucket here from the outside. Leggett fires and knocks it through. Check that, Thomas for 3. Thomas with the three-pointer, first field goal of the game for South Charleston. Semino gets a rebound. Put a nice little move there on as she threw up the shot, and she will be fouled. Third team foul on South Charleston. It goes against Jarrett. That's her first. And Semino will head to the line. Semino hitting 56% of her free throws this season. Can't get that one to drop. So heading out is Micaiah Jarrett. And back in is Natalie Smith for South Charleston. Semino gets this one to fall through. Makes it an 8-6 game here. Opening quarter of play. Black Eagles just about lose it. Now here is Smith, and Smith Yep, Smith was fouled on her way to the basket. Chloe Clark committing the foul. That's her first, and that's team foul number 4. And that will put Natalie Smith at the line, leading scorer on this team. Averages a double-double, 10 points, 14 rebounds. And when you think about South Charleston basketball, and of course they had the championship run there, Gerald Berge, 2003 and 04. Got back to the title game in 05. And the great Renee Montgomery, Alexis Hornbuckle, 2 players that would wind up in the WNBA. Quick hands by South Charleston made things difficult for Charleston Catholic on that particular offensive set. And so the Lady Eagles with the basketball, and here is Desire Thomas with it. Into the hands of Leggett. Leggett gets it to Smith, sets her feet, puts up the shot, rattles around, won't go. Skinner with the rebound. Semino running the floor for the Lady Irish. Semino finding Clark wide open off the glass and in. Chloe Clark with 4 in the game. 10-7. Catholic lead. Thomas. Here's Smith. Shot a 3 a moment ago. This time she's going to drive into the lane and just a little too strong there. As we go under a minute here in this opening quarter, and Kirby trying to get it into the hands of Clark. Good defense there by Leggett. Leggett gets it over to her teammate, Jatiah Davis, her 3 off the mark, and Kirby bounces it off of a Black Eagle. So Saunders is in, and Leggett will go out for South Charleston. Mullen has checked back in for Charleston Catholic. Clark will come out, and Talina Williams, the 5'7" freshman, heads in. Semino looking and gets it out to Claire Mullen. Semino, nice pass, and check it out. Marcy Wheeler, who checked in. Wheeler has her first bucket of the game as she just entered. 12-7 game. Second 5-point lead of the game for Catholic here in this opening quarter. And Catholic going for the steal there. We have a whistle and a foul with 11 seconds to go in the opening quarter of play. Well, it's the 14th foul on South Charleston now. They put it up there, and it was on Jatiah Davis. It's her first. Charleston Catholic with a 5-point lead and an opportunity to add to it here as this quarter winds down. Semino goes to Wheeler. Wheeler puts up the shot too strong off the glass. That will do it. 1 quarter in the books here at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. Lady Irish 12, South Charleston 7. Back in a moment on Video Productions. 12-7 game here as we get set for this second quarter of play, and Charleston Catholic on top of South Charleston. Natalie Smith will send it in for SC. SC with just one field goal there in that first quarter of play, and it was a three-pointer by Desire Thomas, and on the opening possession, they turn it over. Annie Semino into the front court for Charleston Catholic. Marcy Wheeler in the game along with Claire Mullen, Talina Williams, and Kayla Lucas. Here's Wheeler, and Wheeler, who entered in that first quarter and immediately got a bucket. Now she has her second here, and we have our biggest lead of the game at 14-7 in favor of the Lady Irish. South Charleston looking to answer. Jayla Mosley gets it to Jatea Davis. Turnover South Charleston. And back it goes to Charleston Catholic. In second meeting of the season between the two. They met back on December 17th, a Friday, at West Virginia State's beautiful Walker Convocation Center. And South Charleston came away with a 31-28 victory. Very early on in the season. Semino rifling up the shot. Nice save by Talina Williams, but then it goes into the hands of South Charleston. Natalie Smith will bring it across the timeline. Smith, the 5'10 freshman, playing some good basketball this season, but taken away there by Claire Mullen. Mullen will lay it up and be fouled. Foul will go against Jayla Mosley, and that is her first team foul, number 5, and that puts Claire Mullen at the line. Mullen, a 56% free throw shooter, can't get the first to drop. Mullen averaging 9.6 a game, 2.7 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 29 steals on the season, has a blocked shot. And this one will fall through for Claire Mullen. Eight-point Charleston Catholic lead. Nice passing there by SC, and nice job off the glass by Kayla Saunders. Second field goal of the game for South Charleston. Here's Mullen, and Mullen's shot blocked there. Tie up with the basketball. Possession arrow staying with Charleston Catholic. Skinner and Kirby will head in for Charleston Catholic. Lucas and Wheeler will head out. Claire Mullen to Kirby. Now Semino. Claire Mullen penetrates, finds Chloe Clark. Clark just puts it up there off the glass. She was not in a real good position, but just about got it to go through. Here's Smith, and Smith in the lane, and Smith going to be fouled. So Smith will head to the free throw line here. The foul was on Chloe Clark, or check that, on Skinner, her second. 5 team fouls on Charleston Catholic now, each team with 5. Smith at the line and connects. So Skinner heads out, and Talina Williams is back in for Catholic. She wears number 33 and number 41 for South Charleston. Natalie Smith hits both free throws. 15-11 our count. Aurelia Kirby over to Claire Mullen. Whips it into the corner to Semino. And Semino bouncing it to Mullen. Mullen's shot hits the back of the iron. Had a pretty good look there. Chasing down the missed shot was Mosley. Again, Mosley now the primary ball handler for South Charleston with that injury to Harris. Mosley on the baseline and pulls out, missed the shot, just about got it back. And now South Charleston with it again. Leggett puts it up, and Leggett is fouled. Leggett, beautiful shot, and puts it through. It makes it a 15-12 game. Another one coming here. And this one won't go through. Clark with the rebound for Charleston Catholic. Here's Kirby right on that three-point line. I think that would have been a two, but it wouldn't drop. But Charleston Catholic going to get another opportunity. And Mullen can't get her shot to fall. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will go over to South Charleston. And we have a timeout here at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. It's Charleston Catholic 15 and South Charleston 12. You're watching girls high school basketball here on video production. South Charleston with the basketball following the timeout, and you're still there by Charleston Catholic. SC has whittled down an 8-point lead to this 3-point deficit. Mosley running the show out front. Get to Saunders. Now Desire Thomas has it, and now here is Smith on the move, and Smith heaving up the shot and getting it to go. First field goal of the game for Smith, and it's a 1-point difference. Charleston Catholic trying to answer here. They've watched an 8-point lead dissolve, and South Charleston comes away with the steal. Desire Thomas. Leggett has it. Back to Thomas. Three-pointer on the way, and she buries it. Desire Thomas with her second three of the game. She has 7, and it's a 17-15 lead for South Charleston. And we're down 15-7. And another steal. They are doing a good job in those passing lanes. Leggett gets the steal. She's in trouble, and we'll get it out to Mosley. Mosley dribbling through a lot of traffic, and we're going to have a foul call, or a ball is going to go out of bounds, and Mosley getting up a little slowly. So she went through the traffic there and hit the deck. And she's the primary point guard for head coach Carly Walker's Lady Black Eagles. So Jatea Davis will take her place. Here's Claire Mullen trying to come away with a steal. Ball is loose out of bounds, and it's going to stay with South Charleston. Good hustle there by Claire Mullen. Came into the game with 29 steals on the season. Natalie Smith into the hands of Desire Thomas. Now back to Smith. Smith working there against Talina Williams. Smith in trouble, and tie-up stays with South Charleston. Kayla Lucas into the game for the Lady Irish, and Marcy Wheeler will head out. Lucas the senior, Wheeler the junior. So Talina Williams, Claire Mullen, Aurelia Kirby, Kayla Lucas, and Annie Semino out there on the floor for Charleston Catholic at the moment. Leggett, Desire Thomas, Natalie Smith, Michaela Saunders, and Jatea Davis are the five on the floor for South Charleston. They turn it over, and here comes Charleston Catholic looking to tie or maybe get back the lead with a three. They trail by 2. Had an 8-point lead here in this second quarter. Pass into Talina Williams and slapped away by South Charleston. Black Eagles back with the basketball. Leggett up with a shot. Little short there, out of bounds, and that will go in the direction of Charleston Catholic here with 1:43 remaining in this second quarter. Aurelia Kirby off to Kayla Lucas. And Lucas finds Semino. Now working around here, and here's Talina Williams back to Semino. Semino in the lane. Nice move by Semino, but couldn't get it to drop. She was open for a three, but decided to penetrate and just could not get it to fall through. So South Charleston, with this 2-point edge at 17-15, looks to add to it here. Smith to Thomas, down low to Leggett, and Leggett will score. Nice job on the block by Leggett to give South Charleston the 4-point advantage. Semino and company trying to get something going here. Mulla whipped that pass down to Williams, and now here on the baseline, Kirby's shot won't drop. Battle for the basketball, saved by Charleston Catholic, but into the hands of SC's Desire Thomas. So under a half minute to go here in this first half, and South Charleston with a 4-point edge and likely looking to go for the final shot. Natalie Smith out front, guarded by Talina Williams. And we're going to have a foul called, and it's going to go on SC. A tough break there on the Lady Eagles. Foul on Saunders. That is her first, team foul number 6, so each team with 6 fouls. Semino to Kirby. Here's Kayla Lucas. Lucas drives, and Lucas's shot blocked by Leggett. Leggett coming in. She's got about 3 blocks a game, and she swatted that one out there. So 1.8 to go. Semino back to Williams, and they can't get the shot away in time, and we've played one half of basketball here at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. South Charleston and Charleston Catholic, they had a close one earlier in the year in December, and a close one here at the break. SC leads it over the Lady Irish by a count of 19-15. We'll come back and talk about it in just a moment. You're watching West Virginia High School girls basketball featuring the Lady Irish of Charleston Catholic here on Video Productions. Well, here in this first half of action, South Charleston has the lead at the break, 19-15. SC on the board first with a couple of free throws. South Charleston getting a 3-2 lead on a three-pointer by Aurelia Kirby. They led it 7-2. It was 7-3. And then South Charleston got a three-pointer from Desire Thomas. That came at the 2:40 mark for the first quarter, and that would be the first field goal of that first quarter for South Charleston at that 2:40 mark. Charleston Catholic went back up 8-6. Then it was a 10-6 game and a 12-7 game at the end of the first quarter. And then you move to the second quarter, and Charleston Catholic built it up to a 15-7 lead. But then, after that 8-point advantage, it would be all South Charleston. And South Charleston scoring 11, 12 unanswered, and they lead it here at the break, 19-15. Both teams coming in with 6 wins on the season. We'll come back and we'll talk individual numbers in just a moment. You're watching West Virginia Girls High School Basketball featuring the Lady Irish of Charleston Catholic here on Video Productions. Looking at individual numbers here in this first half of play, leading the way for South Charleston, Desire Thomas with 7. She had 2 3-pointers, and Natalie Smith had 7 points, and 5 of those coming at the free throw line. Devia Leggett had 3 and 2 for number 22, Michaela Saunders. Leading scorer for Charleston Catholic off the bench was Marcy Wheeler with 4. Aurelia Kirby had that first field goal of the game, a 3-pointer. She has 3 points, 4 points for Chloe Clark. So Clark and Wheeler lead the way. Kirby has 3, 2 for Catherine Skinner, and 1 each for Claire Mullen and Annie Semino. South Charleston will play Chapmanville on the road. Tuesday night, talked about back-to-back non-conference games, so they step outside of the Mountain State Athletic Conference. Charleston Catholic is scheduled to play Wayne here on Wednesday. So the horn sounds, and we're ready to go here with the third quarter in a 4-point game. South Charleston leading the way. So you have a quad A program against a double A program. Hank Scarborough, along with John Brady and Bob Wyford, they are the officials for this game today. Outstanding officiating crew. Our crew here, Butch Mounts, Joe Mounts, and Connor Mayhorn. I'm Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us here. Charleston Catholic starting it out here offensively first, and Kirby had that three-pointer, the only three in the half. Charleston Catholic, and they've struggled at times in quarters, and that certainly did not help the calls against that very good Parkersburg Catholic team last Saturday. And Kirby steps out of bounds there, but just need a couple of fall, and you get the confidence back. And you look at South Charleston; they were down 8, and then they got it going there and scored the final 12. They have this 4-point lead. Here is Leggett with the basketball, and tied up there by Semino. It will be South Charleston's basketball. Natalie Smith will trigger it in. Smith goes. Waiting to get it in, and now she goes to Leggett. Leggett back to Smith, and Smith the one-hander on the baseline. Smith now with 9 in the game, 21-15. 6-point advantage for South Charleston. Semino, Mullen, Kirby, Clark, and Skinner are the starters for Charleston Catholic here in this third quarter play, and Skinner ends the drought for Charleston Catholic. Boy, did they need that. So it's back to a 4-point SC lead at 21-17, and a tie-up for the basketball. Give it back over to Charleston Catholic. Starters for South Charleston here in this third quarter. You have Desire Thomas. She wears 10. Jayla Mosley, who went out with a bit shaken up there in the first half. She's back in. She wears number 15. You have Michaela Saunders, who wears 22. Of course, Natalie Smith is number 41. And Michaela Saunders wears 22. So Chloe Clark is fouled there. Foul will be assessed to Mosley, and that is her second. Clark at the line, and 4 points in the game. She was 2 for 2. And hits this one, so she's 3 for 4 at the line, has 5 points. And we have a 3-point difference here at 21-18. Mosley attacking Semino, guarding her closely. Leggett's open for a shot and banks it in. Leggett with her second field goal of the game. She has 5 in the contest. Kirby to Claire Mullen, over to Semino. Semino to Mullen. Mullen looking for Skinner, batted away by Leggett. Mosley zigzagging through traffic and off the glass and in. What a play by Mosley for her first basket of the game. And now South Charleston with a 7-point lead at 25-18. And Wes Hebner has called a timeout, needs to talk with his Lady Irish. We break away here at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility, South Charleston 25, Charleston Catholic 18 on Video Productions. Well, you go back to that second quarter, and Charleston Catholic had a 15-7 lead, an 8-point advantage. But by the end of the third quarter, they trailed at 19-15, and now it is South Charleston leading by 7 at 25-18. So quite a swing. Here is Claire Mullen up with a shot, and it's a beauty for Mullen. Her first field goal of the game. She has 3 points. So out of the timeout, Mullen sticks it through for Charleston Catholic to make it a 5-point game, and the ball is loose, and Semino gets it into the hands of Clark, and then Clark dribbling in some traffic there as Leggett caught up to her out of bounds and give it to the Lady Irish. They'll have the basketball. It will be Semino to trigger it in. Gets it to Clark, and Clark hands back to Semino. So Charleston Catholic and Kirby, let's go with a three. Won't go. Clark up and in. So 4 unanswered by Charleston Catholic out of the timeout to make it a 3-point game. And Clark knocked it out of the hands of Smith, but Smith recovers. Smith maneuvers, and the ball is loose. Semino goes off her foot. No, they say last touching SC. Must have went off Saunders. Kirby into Mullen. Charleston Catholic trailed by 7 and now down by 3 here and trying to get a little closer here. But boy, what a play by Leggett just to take that away. Batting the pass and keeping it in the air. Getting it to Mosley. Leggett to Mosley to Smith. Smith a little too strong, and it will be Kirby running down the missed shot ahead. She goes to Mullins. Mullen driving in, and Mullen couldn't get it to drop. She was guarded closely there by Desire Thomas, who gets it down to Smith, and Smith puts up the shot and is fouled by Clark, who knocks it off the glass and in. Smith with 11 in the game and a chance to add to the total. That was the third foul here in the game on Clark. It is team foul number 1 on Catholic here in this second half. Smith could not hit the free throw, so it stays at 27-22. Kirby, nice little head fake there, but throws it right into the hands of Smith, who then throws it away trying to get it to Mosley. So keep the basketball on Catholic's end of the floor. Kayla Lucas will check in, and Aurelia Kirby heads out for the Lady Irish. Claire Mullen zips it in to Lucas. Claire Mullen with it. Back to Annie Semino, working around here, and this is Kayla Lucas. Lucas to Mullen. Mullen driving in, shot blocked. Mosley, what a great job of tight roping the sideline there and handling the ball as well. Here's Smith up with a shot, flipped it up and in. Smith with 6 points here in the third quarter, and she has 13 for the game. 29-22 in favor of South Charleston. SC back up by 7. Lucas lets it fly, a little too strong, and Smith with the rebound. That was a 7-point lead. Catholic got it down to 3, and now at the moment they trail by 7. Smith is going to head out of the lineup for South Charleston, and Micaiah Jarrett, who wears number 13, she heads back in. 5'3" senior. Annie Semino. And a pass that was intended for Skinner. And here's Semino in traffic, and Leggett blocks that shot. Ahead to Mosley, and Mosley will be fouled by Wheeler. Charleston Catholic working now with Marcy Wheeler, Annie Semino, Claire Mullen, Kayla Lucas, and Catherine Skinner. And South Charleston countering with Jayla Mosley. Davia Liggett. Kayla Saunders in the game. Again, Micaiah Jarrett. And Desire Thomas. And Davia Leggett rounds it out. Couple of free throws there by Mosley. 31-22. It's our biggest lead of the game at 9 points. Charleston Catholic had a lead of 8 points. Here's Wheeler up with a shot, and Wheeler can't get it to go. Mullen got the rebound, flipped it back up, and she's fouled. So she will head to the line. The foul was on Leggett, who has 2. And team foul number 3 on South Charleston. Claire Mullen with her second free throw of the game. Mullen has 4 in the contest. Second one would not drop through. 31-23 our score. Mosley hounded there by Semino. This is Desire Thomas with it. Mosley flipping it over, and the ball tied up, and it will be South Charleston's ball as Kayla Saunders and Mullen fought for it there, but it's tie ball situation. Tied up and alternating possession arrow with South Charleston, but then have another tie up, and it will be Charleston Catholic's basketball now. So big possession here for the Lady Irish as they trail 31-23. Kayla Lucas over to Semino and gets it to Skinner, and Skinner couldn't get it to drop. Wheeler had a good look there at the block. Mullen gets the rebound, and another opportunity here for the Lady Irish. Under a minute now to go here in the third. Here's Skinner. Skinner trying to get it to Wheeler. And South Charleston's done a nice job stepping in front of those passing lanes here in this game. Shot on its way, and drilling it is Desire Thomas. Desire Thomas hits the shot. And here is Semino. She can't get her shot to drop. Taken away by Semino, and she'll lay it off the glass and in. Semino's first field goal of the game. 31-25 is still Claire Mullen straight away. Couldn't get it to drop, but thought Skinner might have a shot at it there, but that's how it will end here. 34-25 our score as we take a break here and return to the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility in a moment on Video Productions. Well, we head to the fourth quarter here at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. South Charleston leading it 34-25. They had a 34-23 lead in that quarter, so the 11-point lead, the biggest of the game. At one point, Charleston Catholic led in the second quarter by 8. South Charleston got up by 7, and Charleston Catholic whittled it down to a 3-point lead, but all said and done, Catholic heads into this fourth quarter down 9. South Charleston looking for its second win of the season over the Lady Irish. Smith's long-range shot wouldn't go, out of bounds, and last touching Charleston Catholic. Smith leads the way in scoring for South Charleston with 13. Desire Thomas has 10. 5 for Devi Leggett. 4 for Jayla Mosley, and 2 for Michaela Saunders. And a foul called here off the miss by South Charleston, and Catholic heading up the floor. Foul is going to be on Micaiah Jarrett. That's her second. That's team foul number 4. Chloe Clark has 7 for Charleston Catholic. And Wheeler throws it into traffic, and South Charleston comes out of there with it. Mullen has 4. Marcy Wheeler has 4. Catherine Skinner has 4 for Charleston Catholic. Aurelia Kirby hit a three-pointer. That was the first field goal of the game, and that's where she is at the moment. And Annie Semino has 3. Semino, the team's top scorer. Here is Smith with a big step, and she scores it. 15 in the game now for Smith, and she draws the foul. Foul is on Chloe Clark, and that's her 4th. And Lucas and Wheeler head out for Charleston Catholic. 3 team fouls now on Catholic here in this second half, and Smith looking to add to her total here. 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and she does it, and that gives South Charleston a 12-point lead, and that now is our biggest lead of the game. Annie Semino going to try to get things going here. Here's Kirby. Semino to Catherine Skinner. So it's Kirby, Mullen, Skinner, Clark, and Semino in there for Catholic. And they can't get anything to happen offensively. And here is Mosley. Boy, with a nice move. Foul going to be called on Charleston Catholic, and that'll put Mosley at the line. Jayla Mosley on the floor along with Devi Leggett. And you got Micaiah Jarrett. On the floor, Desire Thomas and Natalie Smith. Those are the 5 on the floor at the moment. For the orange and black of South Charleston, Mosley at the line and can't get the first to drop. So Mosley 2 of 3 at the line now in the game. She has 4 in the contest. Another one coming. It appears that Jatea Davis at the scorer's table, and she'll check in here. Mosley taking her time. Up with the shot and couldn't get it to go. Clark with the rebound. Charleston Catholic and Mullen walked with the basketball. So Mosley will check out and Jatea Davis will head in for South Charleston. So off the turnover, SC with the basketball. Owning a 12-point lead at the moment, our biggest lead of the game. Teams met back on December 17th with South Charleston winning it by 3, and right now they have this double-digit lead over Catholic, and Wes Hebner wants to talk it over here. A foul, by the way, on Charleston Catholic was against Kirby, so that's her first, team foul number 4. And a 30-second timeout here. So Charleston Catholic, well, they led it 12-7 at the end of the first quarter, and then South Charleston battled back in that second quarter and had a 19-15 lead at the break, and then it was 34-25 after 3 quarters of play. And at the moment, with 6:10 to go, 37-25, South Charleston on top. Desire Thomas with the basketball. Ball stripped there. And a foul going to be called on Catholic. And, boy, that's a tough foul for Charleston Catholic as they lose Clark. Her 5th foul of the game. She leaves with 7 points at the moment. She's the scoring leader for Catholic. And that will bring Talina Williams into the game, 5'7" freshman. At the line is Desire Thomas. Thomas with 10 in the game. Has 3 3-pointers. All 3 3-pointers, I should add. This is the first free throw here. Desire Thomas, we mentioned earlier from head coach Carly Walker, just all-out hustle. Second free throw up and in, 38-25, 13-point edge here for South Charleston. Ball intended for Claire Mullen, and last touching the Lady Irish. Smith being guarded closely there by Mullen. Natalie Smith in the front court for South Charleston. Just 15 points in the game, leads all scorers, and her team up at 38-25. Foul Claire Mullen. That will be her second of the game. Here's Natalie Smith. Long range three, won't go. Back up and rolling around. Would not drop as Desire Thomas tried to put it back up and in. 16 fouls on Charleston Catholic, 4 on South Charleston. Annie Semino into the front court. And a timeout on the floor here by South Charleston Catholic as South Charleston leads at 38-25, 4:52 to go in the game. Back in a moment here on Video Productions. Charleston Catholic trailing it here 13 to South Charleston, and Catholic has yet to score here in this fourth quarter of play. And Skinner in trouble. Foul going to be called here. Foul will go against Jatea Davis. It's her second. So now team foul number 5 on South Charleston. Catholic led at 1 point by 8, but a strong finish by South Charleston in that second quarter of play. It was a 4-point game at halftime at 19-15. And they trailed by 7 early in the third quarter at 25-18. Got it to 25-22. South Charleston has pulled away since, and they presently have this 13-point advantage as Semino tried to get that down to 10. Charleston Catholic getting opportunities here. And Devi Leggett will foul Skinner. That's 3 on Leggett. 7 team fouls now on South Charleston. Skinner, nothing but net. She has 5 in the game. Skinner, a 50% free throw shooter. 5'8" junior, has really improved, according to head coach Wes Hebner. She buries both free throws, so if you're Charleston Catholic, you say that's a start, 38-27. Now you're going to have a foul called on Semino, and that's going to be her second of the game. And that will be team foul number 7 on Charleston Catholic with 4:12 to go. Desire Thomas at the line. So South Charleston on the miss there. Now 9 of 17 from the line. And here's a shot by Mullen, a three-pointer. Guns it in. Just the second 3 of the game for Catholic, and that makes it 38-30. Down to single digits now. Ball loose. And it's Skinner getting it to Kirby, and Kirby will be fouled by Mosley. That is number 3 on Mosley, and that is team foul number 8 on the Lady Black Eagles, and that will put Aurelia Kirby, the 5'5 freshman, at the line. Kirby hits the back of the iron, and a battle for the basketball traveling against South Charleston. Charleston Catholic's ball. Here is Semino trying to knock down a shot from the corner. Rebound by Skinner. Traveling violation. And turn the ball over to South Charleston. They lead it by 8. Pressure by Charleston Catholic. Get it out to Mosley, and Mosley picked up there by Semino. 3.5 to go. Charleston Catholic trying to fight back, and South Charleston trying to fend off the Irish. And here's Kirby stepping in front of the pass and lays it up and in. Kirby with a big bucket. She has 5, and that makes it a 38-32 game here with 3:17 remaining inside the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. We return in a moment to watching girls basketball featuring Charleston Catholic's Lady Fighting Irish on Video Productions. .317 to go, and Charleston Catholic down by 13 here in this fourth quarter, but they've found some life. South Charleston, they battled back from an 8-point deficit in the second quarter to get the lead, and they've owned it ever since, and now trying to hang on here and get a second win of the season over the Lady Irish of Charleston Catholic. Both teams in with 6 victories on the season. Semino guarding Mosley there. Devi Leggett has it. Gets it down to Desire Thomas, who hits it for South Charleston and gets fouled. Desire Thomas with 12 in the game. And she will head to the free throw line, where she is 1 for 3 on the day. Trying to convert the three-point play. And does with a bank shot. Bank is open. Where's my buddy Bob Boland? Foul, by the way, was on Lucas. That's her first. Team foul number 8, and Charleston Catholic turns it over. Each team with 8 fouls in the game. And Catholic got it within 6, and now it's a 9-point lead here with 2:38 to go for the Lady Black Eagles. Natalie Smith to Devi Leggett. Leggett to Mosley. Mosley guarded closely by Semino, and here is Natalie Smith. Smith with a big step and a one-hander on the baseline. Smith with 17 in the game. 9-point advantage. Kirby lets it fly for Catholic. Can't get it to drop. And getting the missed shot is Michaela Saunders, the 5'4" senior who they call Blue. And Blue with a big rebound there. And then driving and scoring is Mosley off the glass and in. So South Charleston, we watched Catholic get close. And now South Charleston trying to pull away here at 45-32. Semino over to Kirby. Kirby to Kayla Lucas. She'll put it up and the ball out of bounds. Last touch by South Charleston. Marcy Wheeler will head back in for Catholic, and let's see who checks out. It'll be Kayla Lucas. Charleston Catholic 6-4. South Charleston in at 6-5. Semino to Claire Mullen. Mullen drawing all kinds of defenders. Foul is going to be called. Team number 9 on SC. Foul was on Desire Thomas. That's her first. Mullen at the line. Mullen now 3 of 5 at the line today, and she has a three-pointer. So she has 8 in the game. So she makes it 45-33. And nails both free throws. Great athlete is Claire Mullen. Foul going to be called on, I believe, Kirby. We'll get the call here from Tank Scarborough. Let me check that. Going to be on Wheeler. Wheeler's second. Team foul number 9 on Catholic. And that puts Michaela Saunders, talked about her, Blue. Strong presence on defense, great rebounder, and Blue knocks it off the glass and in. Saunders now with 3 in the game. She had a two-pointer back in the second quarter. 46-34. Nice knee bends there to try to put it up and in, but missed it. But as they battle for the missed shot, a foul will be called on Catholic. And that's going to go on Wheeler. That's her third. Now Catholic with a 10th team foul. Desire Thomas now heads to the line. Thomas can't get that one to go through. She's 1 of 4 at the line in the game. She has 12 points. Had a good game here today. So Skinner comes out. Kirby comes out. Got Sarah Raheen has checked in for Catholic. Wheeler's out. Chloe Greathouse has checked in to the game. I believe, look here, yeah, Anna Kate Ward has also checked in for Catholic. Desire Thomas gets this one to fall through. That makes it a 47-34 lead. Now Mullen will head out. Semino will check out. And also in for Catholic is Vivian Delgra and Hannah Fisher. And a foul going to go against Charleston Catholic, who has Catherine Lewis into the game for the first time, 5'4" senior. She wears number 31. So Fisher will go to the line here for Charleston Catholic. Excellent athlete, and Fisher connects. And Fisher nails both free throws. So Charleston with the basketball. Catholic is 9 of 16 at the line after those two made by Fisher. I'm going to go back to South Charleston here. Shot on its way and no good. And we'll correct ourselves here. 12 of 16 at the free throw line. Vivian Delgert taken away here by Jarrett. Jarrett gets it into the hands of Jatea Davis, who scores it. Jatea Davis with her first bucket of the game, 49-35. Ball loose, and I believe we're going to have a foul called here on South Charleston. Fisher back to the line and connects. Time winding down here at the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility. And stepping on the line there is Micaiah Jarrett. So 3.2 to go. South Charleston going to win over Charleston Catholic for a second time this season. And that will do it. 49-36 our final. We recap it in a moment here on Video Productions. South Charleston wins it over Charleston Catholic by a final of 49-36. South Charleston moves to 7-5 on the season, and Charleston Catholic drops to 6-5. South Charleston playing at Chapmanville this Tuesday. Catholic at home this coming Wednesday to meet up with the Lady Pioneers from Wayne. Leading the way here for South Charleston was Natalie Smith with 17, 13 for Desire Thomas. The top scorer for Charleston Catholic was Claire Mullen with 9. Chloe Clark had 7 in the contest. It was a lead of 12-7 for Catholic at the end of the first quarter. South Charleston fell behind 8 in the second quarter, but by the end of the half they had a 19-15 lead, and it's a lead they would not relinquish the rest of the way. Got tight there in the third quarter as SC went up by 9 points, and Charleston Catholic cut it to 3, but they trailed by a 34-25 count at the end of 3, and our final here 49-36. Many thanks to our great crew, Butch Mounts, Joe Mounts, and Connor Mayhorn, and the executive producer of Video Production Sports is Butch Mounts. So for all of us here, this is Mark Martin saying so long from the Charleston Catholic Athletic Facility, where it is South Charleston, a winner over Charleston Catholic by a final count of 49-36. All games on Video Productions are streaming live and archived on the Video Productions Facebook site. Today's game has been a sports presentation of Video Productions.